Did you know that President Ibrahim Traoré, who took charge in Burkina Faso a little over 2 years ago, has been making some pretty big changes? People are talking about his reforms, like building the country's first gold refinery and giving civil servants a 50% raise. It's like he's trying to make things better, and a lot of folks seem to be on his side. Traoré, who's now 37, became the world's youngest leader back in 2022 after a change in government. He's been focusing on making Burkina Faso more independent and proud of its own culture. And you know what? People are really getting behind him, with stories of regular citizens even helping protect him. Here's a breakdown of some of the things Captain Ibrahim Traoré has done in Burkina Faso in less than 2 years. 1. Launched the Postal Bank of Burkina Faso. In 2024, Burkina Faso took a significant step towards financial sovereignty by inaugurating the Postal Bank of Burkina Faso, BPBF. This wasn't just another banking institution, it was a strategic move with a capital of 15 billion FCFA, equivalent to approximately $25 million. President Ibrahim Traoré envisioned this bank as a cornerstone in reducing the nation's reliance on the CFA franc, a currency deeply entrenched in France's colonial legacy. The BPBF aimed to provide accessible financial services to the populace, particularly in rural areas often underserved by traditional banking. By fostering financial inclusion and promoting local control over monetary resources, the bank sought to empower Burkinabe citizens and bolster the nation's economic autonomy. This initiative was part of a broader push to reclaim economic self-determination, signaling a departure from historical dependencies and a commitment to building a more resilient financial future for Burkina Faso. 2. Opened first gold refinery for Burkina. The establishment of Burkina Faso's inaugural gold refinery in 2024 marked a pivotal moment in the country's economic development. Prior to this, raw gold was primarily exported, depriving the nation of the added value derived from refining. This new facility, processing 142 tons of raw gold to produce 93 kilograms of refined gold in its initial phase, signified a shift towards local refining and value addition. Approved in 2023, the refinery's ambitious goal of producing 400 kilograms of refined gold daily underscored President Traoré's strategic vision to control the nation's lucrative gold sector. Beyond the economic benefits, the refinery was projected to generate 100 direct and 5,000 indirect jobs, stimulating local employment and fostering industrial growth. By managing its gold resources internally, Burkina Faso aimed to maximize its economic potential and assert greater control over its natural wealth, contributing to sustainable development and national prosperity. 3. Nationalized key gold mine at a lower price. President Ibrahim Traoré's decision to nationalize the Bungu and Wagnian gold mines for $80 million was a bold move aimed at reclaiming economic benefits from Burkina Faso's gold industry. This acquisition, significantly lower than the $300 million price initially agreed upon with Endeavour Mining, reflected Traoré's determination to prioritize national interests. Gold accounts for a staggering 80% of Burkina Faso's exports, making it a critical sector for the nation's economy. By bringing these mines under state control, the government sought to ensure that the wealth generated from these resources would directly benefit the Burkinabe people. This move aligned with Traoré's broader strategy to assert economic sovereignty and ensure that the nation's natural resources contribute to its development, rather than primarily benefiting foreign entities. 4. Opened the country's first locally funded tomato processing factory. The inauguration of Burkina Faso's first fully locally funded tomato processing factory in Bobo-Dioulasso, valued at $12 million, 7.5 billion CFA francs, represented a significant stride in the nation's agro-industrial development. This state-of-the-art facility, capable of processing 100 tons of tomatoes daily, was designed to reduce Burkina Faso's reliance on imported tomato products. By producing tomato paste and sauces locally, the factory aimed to stimulate domestic production, create 187 direct and 10,000 indirect jobs, and boost the local economy. This initiative underscored President Traoré's commitment to promoting self-sufficiency and fostering industrial growth in the agricultural sector, a vital component of Burkina Faso's economy. 5. Burkina becomes the first French-colonized nation in sub-Saharan Africa to produce tomato concentrate. The establishment of the tomato processing plant in Bobo-Dioulasso propelled Burkina Faso to a historic milestone, becoming the first formally French-colonized nation in sub-Saharan Africa to produce tomato concentrate. This achievement symbolized a significant leap in agro-industrial development, showcasing the nation's capacity to add value to its agricultural produce. The factory's production of tomato paste and sauces under the Adia brand not only reduced dependence on imports but also fostered local entrepreneurship and job creation. This initiative marked a tangible step towards economic diversification and self-reliance, demonstrating Burkina Faso's potential to become a regional leader in agro-processing. 6. Launched a support center for cotton harvesters. President Ibrahim Traoré's inauguration of Burkina Faso's first national support center for artisanal cotton processing was a strategic move to leverage the country's position as Africa's largest cotton producer and the world's 10th largest. This initiative aimed to enhance local textile production by providing cotton harvesters with the necessary support and resources. By promoting value addition to cotton within Burkina Faso, the center sought to reduce the nation's dependency on textile imports and stimulate the growth of the local textile industry. This move reflected Traoré's commitment to empowering local producers and fostering sustainable economic development in the cotton sector, a crucial component of Burkina Faso's economy. 7. Established a factory to produce police and military uniforms. The opening of a factory to produce police and military uniforms locally in Burkina Faso represented a significant step towards achieving economic self-sufficiency and bolstering local industry. This initiative, spearheaded by President Traoré, aimed to end the nation's reliance on imported uniforms, creating jobs and stimulating the local textile sector. By producing these essential items domestically, Burkina Faso sought to enhance its national security and reduce its dependence on foreign suppliers. This move underscored Traoré's vision of fostering local industry growth and promoting economic independence. 8. Ordered judicial system to ditch European-style dressing, introduced African clothes in court. President Traoré's directive for lawyers in Burkina Faso to wear 100% African clothes in court, replacing European-style wigs, was a symbolic move aimed at rejecting colonial legacies and promoting cultural identity. This decision reflected a broader push to decolonize the nation's institutions and embrace its rich cultural heritage. By adopting traditional African attire in the judicial system, Burkina Faso sought to affirm its cultural pride and assert its independence from historical influences, fostering a sense of national identity and unity. 9. Adopted the traditional attire to be used as school uniforms. In 2023, President Ibrahim Traoré encouraged the adoption of Faso Dan Fani textiles for school uniforms throughout Burkina Faso. This initiative, spearheaded by the Ministry of Education, aimed to foster appreciation for the country's rich cultural heritage among students. By incorporating traditional textiles into school uniforms, Burkina Faso sought to instill a sense of cultural pride and identity in its youth, promoting the preservation and celebration of its unique cultural traditions. 10. Banned importation of second-hand clothes, encouraging locally made attire. President Ibrahim Traoré's ban on the importation of second-hand clothing was a bold move designed to bolster Burkina Faso's textile industry and promote the adoption of locally made garments among the African population. This initiative aimed to stimulate domestic production, create jobs, and foster a sense of cultural and economic sovereignty. By prioritizing locally made attire, Burkina Faso sought to reduce its dependence on foreign imports and promote the growth of its textile sector, contributing to sustainable economic development. 11. Improved healthcare systems and facilities and also introduced free surgeries. President Traoré's administration significantly enhanced Burkina Faso's healthcare system by providing the Ministry of Health with 15 mobile clinics, 36 vehicles, 3 oxygen units, 11 cold rooms, 835 tablets, and 1,900 solar refrigerators. Additionally, the government provided 4,000 free cataract surgeries, improving healthcare access for citizens. These initiatives aim to strengthen the nation's healthcare infrastructure, enhance service delivery, and address critical health needs, particularly in underserved communities. 12. Expanded Bobo Dioulasso Airport and revived Air Burkina. Burkina Faso's investment of 80 billion CFA francs to modernize Bobo Dioulasso Airport, the country's second-largest hub, and the acquisition of an Embraer 170 to revive Air Burkina were strategic moves aimed at boosting national connectivity and infrastructure. These initiatives sought to enhance transportation links, stimulate economic activity, and promote regional integration. By improving air travel infrastructure, Burkina Faso aimed to facilitate trade, tourism, and investment, contributing to its overall development. 13. Supported farmers with agricultural tools and equipment to boost production. President Traoré's administration provided farmers with 400 tractors, 953 motorcycles, 710 motor pumps, 10,000 tons of fish food, 68,964 tons of fertilizer, and 10,000 liters of phytosanitary products to enhance agricultural productivity in Burkina Faso. These initiatives aim to empower farmers, improve agricultural practices, and boost food production, contributing to food security and economic growth in the savanna-rich nation. 14. Joined Mali and Niger to establish the Alliance of Sahel States, AES. President Traoré's formal signing of a treaty with Mali and Niger to establish the Alliance of Sahel States, AES, represented a significant step towards regional cooperation and autonomy. Formalized in 2024, the AES is committed to creating a stabilization fund, a central bank, and an economic committee to enhance economic development and stability in the region, while providing an alternative framework to ECOWAS. This alliance aims to foster closer ties among the member states, promote economic integration, and address shared challenges, contributing to regional peace and prosperity. 15. Launched a new biometric passport without the ECOWAS symbol. President Traoré's introduction of a new biometric passport that does not feature the ECOWAS logo signaled Burkina Faso's transition as part of the Alliance of Sahel States and its pursuit of greater regional sovereignty and independent governance. This move reflected a shift towards closer cooperation with Mali and Niger, emphasizing the nation's commitment to regional integration within the AES framework. 16. Restored alliance with Russia by reopening the Russian embassy in Burkina after 31 years of closure. President Traoré's pivotal role in the reopening of the Russian embassy in Burkina Faso in 2023, after a 31-year hiatus, marked a significant shift in the nation's diplomatic engagements. This move, following the 2023 Russia-Africa Summit, indicated Burkina Faso's strategic shift towards fostering stronger relations with Russia and diversifying its diplomatic alliances beyond traditional Western partners. 17. Adopted local languages as official languages instead of French. President Traoré's decision to drop French as an official language and adopt local languages instead reflected a commitment to rejecting colonial influences and promoting cultural preservation. This move aimed to elevate the status of indigenous languages, fostering a sense of national identity and cultural pride. 18. Ended Operation Sabre by expelling French troops and military bases out of Burkina. President Ibrahim Traoré's expulsion of French troops from Burkina Faso in 2023, officially ending Operation Sabre with a historic ceremony, represented a bold move towards asserting national sovereignty. This decision reflected Traoré's push for win-win partnerships with nations like Russia amidst ongoing security challenges, signaling a shift in Burkina Faso's foreign policy and security alliances.